You're earning $100,000 a year as a freelancer. You've hit six figures. Congratulations, you're in the top 25% of earners in America. But here's the uncomfortable truth. 100K doesn't automatically make you wealthy. Plenty of people earn six figures and have nothing to show for it. The difference between earning 100K and building wealth at 100K comes down to strategy. And that's exactly what I'm giving you in the next 8 minutes. Note, this information applies to US-based freelancers and self-employed individuals. Welcome to the Freelancer's Wealth Blueprint. Let's turn that 100K into real wealth. First, let's understand what $100,000 actually means after taxes. As a freelancer, you pay self-employment tax of 15.3% on your net income. On 100K, that's about $14,130. Then federal income tax. After the standard deduction of $1,600 to $100, your taxable income is around $83,900. Federal tax on that is approximately $12,200. Your total tax bill, roughly $26,300. That leaves you with about $73,700 in take-home pay, or just over $6,100 per month. That's serious money. The question is, are you deploying it strategically or letting lifestyle creep eat it up? At 100K, lifestyle creep is your biggest enemy. You can afford nicer things, better apartment, newer car, fancier dinners. But every dollar you spend is a dollar not compounding for your future. Here's the wealth building framework: emergency fund, tax-advantaged accounts, taxable investing. Same as lower incomes, but the numbers get more interesting. Step 1. Your emergency fund. You should already have this locked in. 6 to 12 months of expenses in a high-yield savings account. At 100K income, that's probably $30,000 to $60,000 depending on your lifestyle. If you don't have this yet, pause everything else until you do. No investments until you have cash reserves. Step 2. Max out every tax-advantaged account available to you. This is where 100K freelancers have a superpower. Your contribution limits are massive. Let's start with the solo 401K. In 2026, you can contribute $4,500 as the employee, plus roughly 20% of your net self-employment income as the employer contribution. On 100K, that's about $18,500. Total solo 401K potential, around $43,000. That's $43,000 you can shelter from taxes every single year. At the 22% bracket, that's roughly $9,500 in tax savings annually. Next, add an HSA if you have a high-deductible health plan. In 2026, that's another $4,400 for individuals or $8,750 for families. Triple tax-advantaged. Between solo 401K and HSA, you have access to over $50,000 in tax-advantaged space. That's more than most W-2 employees can dream of. Now here's a more advanced move. The backdoor Roth IRA. At 100K, you're still under the Roth IRA income limit. But as your income grows, you'll phase out. The backdoor Roth lets you contribute to a Roth IRA regardless of income. Here's how it works. Contribute $7,500 to a traditional IRA. Don't take a deduction. Then immediately convert it to a Roth IRA. Since you didn't deduct it, you pay minimal taxes on the conversion. Now that money grows tax-free forever. This adds another $7,500 to your tax-advantaged contributions. Your total potential tax-advantaged savings at 100K, solo 401K $43,000 plus HSA $4,400 plus backdoor Roth $7,500. That's nearly $55,000 per year. Should you actually max all of this? Let's look at the math. At 100K gross, your take-home is about $73,700 after taxes. If you contribute $43,000 to your solo 401K, you'd save roughly $9,500 in taxes, so your net cost is around $33,500. That would leave you with about $40,200 to live on. Is that realistic? It depends on your expenses. But here's the mindset shift. Instead of asking what you can afford to save, Ask what you can afford to spend. A more balanced approach for most people: save 25 to 30% of gross income. That's $25,000 to $30,000 per year in retirement savings. Here's how I'd allocate $30,000. Put $20,000 into your solo 401k. That's your employee deferral of $24,500 minus some cushion, giving you significant tax savings now. Put $4,400 into your HSA to max it out. Triple tax advantaged is too good to pass up. Put $5,600 into a Roth IRA or Roth Solo 401k. This builds your tax-free bucket for retirement. This strategy balances immediate tax savings with long-term tax-free growth. Step 3. Taxable investing. After maxing tax-advantaged accounts, open a regular brokerage account. At $100K income with a 25 to 30% savings rate, you might have another $5,000 to $10,000 per year for taxable investing. This money is more flexible. No early withdrawal penalties. You can use it for a house down payment, early retirement bridge, or anything else. Same investment approach. Low-cost total stock market index funds. Vanguard VTI, Fidelity FSKX, or Schwab SWTSX. Now let's see what these numbers become. Say you're 30 years old, earning $100K, and you save $20,500 per month. That's $30,000 per year, or 30% of your income. At a 7% average annual return, in 10 years, approximately $434,000. In 20 years, approximately $1.23 million. In 25 years, approximately $1.9 million. In 30 years, approximately $2.8 million. You become a multimillionaire. And remember, your income probably won't stay at $100K. As you grow to $125K, $150K, $200K, and keep investing the increases, you could hit $4 million or more. Let me give you a sample monthly budget for a $100K freelancer focused on wealth building. Gross monthly income, $8,330. Set aside 30% for taxes and retirement, $2,500. That leaves $5,030. Here's one allocation: housing, $1,800. A nice apartment or modest mortgage. Additional retirement beyond tax set aside, $500. Pushing toward that 30% savings rate. Health insurance, $400. HSA contribution, $367. Maxing the $4,400 annual limit. Transportation, $400. Food, $600. Utilities and phone, $250. Entertainment and lifestyle, $500. Everything else, $1,016. Notice you still have over $1,000 per month in discretionary spending. You can live well and save 30%. Here are 3 accelerators at the 100K level. Accelerator 1. Consider an S-Corp election. Once you're consistently earning over $80K to $100K, an S-Corp can save you thousands in self-employment tax. Talk to a CPA about whether this makes sense for your situation. Accelerator 2. Real estate investing. At $100K, you can qualify for investment property loans. House hacking or buying a rental property can accelerate wealth building significantly. Accelerator 3. Build equity, not just income. Create products, courses, or a business that has value beyond your hourly work. This is how you go from high earner to truly wealthy. Let me address a common trap: golden handcuffs. At $100K, it's tempting to lock yourself into high fixed expenses. Expensive apartment lease, car payment, lifestyle subscriptions. Before you know it, you need $100K just to maintain your life. Keep your fixed expenses as low as possible. Give yourself the freedom to take risks, say no to bad clients, or take a month off. That flexibility is worth more than any luxury purchase. Here's the bottom line. At $100,000 per year, you have enough income to build serious wealth within a decade. But only if you resist lifestyle creep and prioritize investing. Max your tax-advantaged accounts. Invest consistently in index funds. Keep fixed expenses low. In 20 years, you'll have over $1 million. In 30 years, you'll have nearly 3 million. If you're earlier in your journey, check out our videos on building wealth at 50K and 75K. Links in the description. See you in the next one.